the time. You're listening to me, Nihal, on the BBC Asian Network. Coming up in a bit, I'm going to be talking to an artist whose work I came across when seeing a video. Very interesting video. Inkquisitive is going to be here on this show. It's the new Tiger Style video you may recognise him from. If not, get onto YouTube now and check it out. And I'm now with an artist whose work has been catching the eye of a lot of people in the entertainment industry. Inkquisitive uses Indian inks to produce vibrant, colourful, eye-catching illustrations. He's produced artwork for the MC Humble the Poet, who I'm a big fan of, Kulvinder Gear's live comedy show, most recently performed in Tiger Style's new video. Inkquisitive's been lucky enough to have the support, already, of lots of people in the industry. Inkquisitive, welcome to the show, my friend.
How you doing, Nihal?
Or Amandeep Singh.
That is me.
So, Inkquisitive, how old were you, brother, when you decided art was the thing for me?
Oh, I think as young as I can remember, always picking up pencils and even when the kids are outside playing football when the sun's out, I'd be the only one sitting inside drawing away. Wasn't too sure which route though, but I knew art and design was that key element in my life. So it would be around about when I was 18, 19.
And how were your family with that?
At first, my parents weren't too sure what it is that I wanted to do, but they knew that art was going to be something I had an interest in. I think they really started believing in me when I started actually reading a lot. I used to read a lot. And I think my parents started realising that I actually am passionate about this. It's just not the fact that I want to draw and I want to go to uni. I actually showed them.
Clearly you're someone who believes in your faith.
Oh, yeah.
And you are a Sikh. Has your faith in any way influenced the way you, or going to the Gurdwara, or seeing the imagery and the artistry around the faith, has that influenced it?
I think with particular pieces that I'm doing now, renditions, and I'm kind of, what I'm doing is I'm refreshing a lot of artwork. When I was young, I used to go to the Gurdwara, and my dad used to tell me stories, because my local Gurdwara has a lot of pictures and portraits of Gurdwaras, gurus, historical elements. Yeah. And when I was young, I used to look at it, and my dad used to tell me stories. And I remember, I'd have that image in my mind, but in time it used to slowly start fading away, which is what influenced me to bring something refreshing and something a bit more in your face right now. My work, coming back to your earlier question about what I'm trying to give out, I'm trying to give out impact, because I'm a strong believer in colours speaking to us. I think colours actually talk to us. Whenever I'm down or downbeat with working with clients and stuff, I always look at colours. I always see colours, and I get my pens and my inks out, and I got yellows, greens, reds, and they talk to me. And that's what I'm trying to do with my work. And with the Sikh-based art, I'm trying to build an impact, not just for the Sikh community, but everyone.
Wow. Could you see a day where your depictions of the gurus would hang in a Gurdwara?
They already are.
Really?
They already are. We've got about, I think, 7 UK Gurdwaras that are showcasing A0 size Guru Nanak illustrations. We've donated 3.
Amazing.
So it's really exciting, because it's the same Gurdwara I used to go to when I was young. So, walking by and I see that, I'm like, whoa.
And that's amazing. That is amazing, and very forward-thinking of the Gurdwaras themselves.
Yeah, no doubt.
To allow that to happen.
I mean, this is the thing, I believe illustration in general is about freedom. Doing what you want to do. What's the point of doing something if you're going to be restricted? End of the day, I don't think, I hope I don't think I'm kind of offending anyone by doing it. I enjoy producing it, and
you can't live your life worried about whether you're offending someone, because there's always someone who will be offended by something.
It's such a subjective matter. Art in general, so many questions are posed, and some people will like it, some people won't. End of the day, it's great if people can connect.
But there has to be a point, surely, Amandeep, when you realise you're not as good as someone like you. I mean, you are. Clearly, you have a natural gift for illustration. So how do I suppose you know that you've got the talent? How do you know that you're good enough?
This is the thing. What is good? Who decides? Who decides? See what I mean? Because, I had
show Tracy Eamon to some people, they'd be like, how's that art?
So, I get a lot of emails, and it's so fantastic, because I'm learning so much every day from the audience that responds with me. And some people say, I love art, I love what you do, but I don't know how to draw. It's not good enough. It's not as good as yours. But I'm saying, but who said mine is good? And what's different to yours? The most important thing I believe is a visual expression from your soul. It's coming from your soul. It's your identity. It's your piece of work. So, no one can do it, and that's the beauty of it. The beauty lies in the fact that it's unique, regardless if you're drawing stickmen. It's still the fact that it's coming from your soul. And I think that's true art, and that's how it should be.
I see you've got some tattoos.
I have one tattoo, yes.
One tattoo?
My best friend, Imagination.
Amazing, on your hand.
I do. So it was a big move. But you know what? The whole element with Imagination is almost based upon, even sometimes, I'm facing so many projects and sometimes I'm lying there and I'm just like, creative block. I always rely on looking at that and actually tell myself, I do have a strong imagination. I do have an imagination. Why can't I do it? So it plays such a big part for me. And of course, it's my drawing hand.
Amazing. Inkquisitive, where can people just quickly now check while the track is on some of your artwork online?
Well, because the website's under construction, if you go on Facebook and Inkquisitive, so that's INKQUISITIVE, you can find me there, and there's loads of art. There's loads to go through. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking at an illustration. It's almost a multimedia thing that you've done of Shahid Bhagat Singh.
Oh, yeah.
And it's beautiful. And it's very much done in a graphic novel way, isn't it?
It's the whole element of posing questions. You look at that and you can see so much going on and you ask yourself, why hang on a minute, why is that there? Why is there these burnt marks on the side? Why is there crease in the page? I felt, as a youngster, I always was told to mould my artwork in another format. I wanted to always be different. I wanted to do something how I wanted to do it. And I wasn't able to. And now I'm doing it exactly for that. I'm believing in something and I'm doing it.
And there's your illustration of Guru Nanak Dev Ji as well. And it's interesting, you've got comments. That is awesome. I'm speechless. Bro, your art kicks ass. And then, someone says awesome work, but still goes on to say no offence, but at least this portrait should not have had your watermark on Guruji's face.
You know what?
And you agreed with that?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But the thing is, I've noticed my work has been on front covers in India without my consent, without people letting me know. And I'm sorry, but I don't offend anyone. Even most of my illustrations, hardly there's a watermark on them. But those ones in particular, it's such a rare thing to have done. It literally was everywhere. It was on the front covers of India, and I wasn't even told.
Wow. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time someone's copyright was treated in such a way. Ash in London, good afternoon. What would you like to say to Amandeep?
Hello, afternoon.
Hello.
I just want to congratulate him on, for me, his artwork has kind of connected younger people to obviously what's been the history of a lot of, our gurus, and also obviously the inspirational stuff he's done on Bhagat Singh, etc. So, I'm a big fan.
Thank you so much, Ash.
You're welcome. Been following your work, and I just wanted to ask you, how do you deal with negative criticism?
Oh, do you know what? I love all sorts of... I love everything, every feedback, because I'm learning so much. I love it. If someone says to me, this is great, that's brilliant because I've connected with someone. If someone says, well, you know what, I don't like it, I'd love for someone to say why. So, when I produce something next, I can take that element there and say, okay, I got that upon me and I kind of tried answering it the best way I could. So, I love all sorts of comments, and that's the thing about art. It's such a subjective matter. You're always going to have people saying things. And the most important thing is to, not block anything out, because art is freedom. So I always take on every sort of comment.
Ash, thank you very much indeed. Bobby in London has called in. Good afternoon, Bobby.
Hello, thanks for the call.
All good, mate, all good. Thank you for the call. What would you like to say to Amandeep?
I just wanted to say that I've actually been following this young gentleman for quite some time now.
Right.
I caught him on Facebook once and I've just been following ever since. I'm really, really impressed with him. It's really nice what he's doing. With regards to the gurus, the latest pictures and all that, I think it's a fantastic idea. Our 10th Guru Gobind Singh, he actually said that you've got to keep with the time. Keep with the time, keep up with the time. And I think Aman's basically showing that in a fantastic way with his pictures and his portraits. And I think he's doing a fantastic job. And I'm just praying that we see more youngsters coming out of their eggshells and away from their parents to actually, like you said, like doctors and solicitors and engineers. It's nice that we can push our children to go into other fields. I'm quite proud of Aman's parents as well. I think they're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
What did you make, Bobby? Were you shocked when Aman said on this show that some Sikhs had said to him, "Oh, you can't draw. It's not part of our faith to draw"?
Unfortunately, that does happen, and some of our elders, with all due respect, some of our elders are sort of still in a time warp. And for Aman to actually turn around and say, "Well, I don't see that written anywhere, and there's nothing wrong with doing that," he has changed a lot of opinions of the elders, and I mean, he said it himself. He's got pictures in the Gurdwaras and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
That says it all, really.
Yeah, it does say it all. It does, absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic, really great.
Brilliant, Bobby. Thanks for calling in. Please go and check out Amandeep's art, or Aman as everyone's calling. I'm being very formal here, aren't I? I so sound like one of your parents. Amandeep! I shouldn't be saying this, but please check out his art, Inkquisitive, and check out some of these pictures. They really are quite stunning pictures of not only the gurus but also people who have been very important to the history of Sikhism in India. And they really are very, very special. If you're looking about, and they're very modern. I mean, splashes of paint. I mean, you're talking about pieces of art, or certainly techniques of art borrowed from graffiti, from graphic design, from illustration, from advertising, from lots of different things. It's but yet still treated with the reverence that these men inspire in people. And that's not an easy thing to do, is it? Because if you're putting a splash of paint on something, what does that signify? You know, especially if that's is going over, you know, Maharaja Dilip Singh or something. You know, I mean,
you know, I'm such a strong believer in imperfection being beauty. I had a lot of my teachers telling me when I was at school and growing up, year 7, year 8, trying to do artwork, and I don't think my teachers were connecting with me so well. So I always felt I had to mould my ideas in a different way. When I started doing my masters, I kind of ended up being a bit more aggressive and a bit more, forceful with my work. And so you can see that forcefulness. So what I'm trying to bring out imperfection being beauty. Nothing has to be perfect. You know, so I've got this perfect outline of artwork, right? And you've got this great little line work, and that's the perfection. And I'm trying to keep a balance. So how can I make it? What I like doing, I like producing illustrations and then destroying them. So, you know, you got this balance of perfection, and then you've got this balance of imperfection.
Right, 3 minutes left. A whole heap of texts and emails. Well, a very popular man indeed. I want to big up Suki Pada, who works on this show, who very much suggested and pushed that you should be on the show today. Nihal, just wanted to say I'm loving all of the Inkquisitive work. He's a real inspiration to all. I'm hoping to work with him on some charity prints for Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham for a piece for their cancer ward. Tell him to keep up all the hard work. Harsha in London says, impressive illustrations, Amandeep, definitely from the soul. Particularly love the ones of Lord Shiva. Wishing you all the best of success. That's from Harsha.
Thank you so much.
And now the typical Asian Network type question. Hi Nihal, is the guest married?
I'm still having a relationship with my pencils, so I'm not, no.
Okay, there you go. Not married. There you go. Anonymous texter. Soon perhaps to be stalker. Karen in hanging around outside waiting for you. Karen in Dudley. Big fan of your work, Amandeep. Parek from Preston said, I believe it's appropriate. Inquisitive, I love your work. That's brilliant. From Henna. Jules has said, I used to be Amandeep's tutor at the University of Hertfordshire. Wow. I remember him being one of the most inspirational and driven characters even back then. I'm not surprised at his success. It was apparent from the start once he'd found his direction. Nina said, I can't go on Facebook at work, but I googled Inquisitive, and there you can see the most amazing images of Sikh art. They are beautiful drawings from the heart, should be appreciated. I went to the Sikh display at Brunei Gallery. Is it Brunei or Brunel Gallery? Inquisitive illustrations would have been appreciated there. Sikhi encourages art. It doesn't refuse such talent. Will your guest be having any displays of his work? Are you going to be doing an exhibition?
I'm really planning to do that this year. It's something which is like a future project, hoping happening this coming end of August.
Wicked. Listen, again, I'm unfortunately got enough time to read out all the text and emails that you got, but thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you for having me here.
Digital TV and online.
This is BBC Asian Network. I believe